Hello guys. I'm just gonna give you a quick review of the Spanish Grand Prix, which has not long finished. What a great start for the from Lance Stroll it was, indeed. I mean, he practically went all. He practically left Bottas. He was side by side with Bottas within the first corner. So I was really impressed with that, because Bottas didn't really have a good getaway, did he? I mean, I was really in a way I was gutted for him, but I think the fact that Lance Stroll managed to have such an amazing start, laid the foundations for the great result. I mean, he finished the Racing Points finished fourth and fifth. I mean, although Perez was in front of Lance at the on track, he got a 5-second penalty because he impeded Lewis Hamilton, who when Lewis tried to lap him, although for some reason there was a bit of miscommunication with his team over the radio, but never mind. Fourth and fifth is still remarkable for the Racing Point team, you know, and I mean, the thing what I found interesting was the battles that were going on in the midfield. I mean, we had a great ding dong between like Lando Norris and Carlos Sainz and Charles Leclerc. I mean, poor Charles Leclerc had his first mechanical issue since joining Ferrari. I mean, he was in a great ninth position, fighting for, as I said, with the McLarens, and you know, at times he was they was pushing each other off the track, but I think it was brilliant racing, and I was so glad that the stewards didn't intervene, you know, because I think that was so great racing. But they, you know, I felt sorry when he spun, and it later transpired that it was an electrical fault. But what with the engine, you know, because the engine just cut out. But what I was a bit surprised about was how, I mean, fair enough, he got the Ferrari going again and limped to the pits, but he afterwards he admitted that he had already undone his seatbelts. You know, and I was surprised that he didn't get a reprimand for that, because the the he effectively um drove the car um without no seatbelts on the track while the race was still going down. So while the race was still carrying on, and the reason why I'm surprised that he didn't get a reprimand is because I thought that he I thought that Lewis, because Lewis Hamilton um, did something similar on the out on the parade, you know, on his parade lap. Uh, I can remember a couple of years ago when Charlie Whiting was still in charge, and I mean, he didn't get a warning for it, but um, obviously that was not in race conditions, whereas this was. So I'm a bit surprised that Charles Leclerc didn't didn't get a reprimand, you know. But you know, having said that, I mean, I was so gutted for him. And then the other thing I found really interesting was the argument that went down between Max Verstappen and his race engineer, because like Max Verstappen was getting really feisty with his race engineer, and there was like almost arguing, or like there was almost having a very heated debate, shall I say? And I wonder how, you know, I wonder why they didn't listen to Max to begin with, because the driver always makes the ultimate decision. That's what I thought, you know what I mean? But maybe somebody can correct me on that one. But you know, I don't know what's happening with Sebastian Vettel and Ferrari. Yes, he finished in seventh position today, but I don't think that's anything to write home about, because I mean, clearly the relationship is very strained, and for the first time ever, I think, or this season, Crofty mentioned in commentary whether Seb is gonna last the season. Well, I've done a video about this, and I would invite you to watch it after you watch this one. And I still stand by what I've said in this video. I think, although the seventh place was all right in this race, I don't think it's where Seb wants to be. And I personally think that, I personally think that he can't wait to get out of there. I mean, everybody said that with them changing the chassis for this this race, things would get better for Seb. And yes, in terms of results, they have, but in terms of like communications and the relationship, I think it's gotten worse because why didn't they give him the information about the tires earlier when when he asked about twice the previous lap? I mean, if I was him, I would be pretty cheesed off, and I would actually question whether the Ferrari strategists know what the hell they're doing. I mean, because he asked them at least twice, and then they changed their mind. But by which time it was too late. So I think this time round, it's got to be, the blame has got to be at Ferrari's door, and they messed up big time. And I personally wouldn't want to stay at Ferrari, and if they would treat me like they're doing Seb at the minute. So, but anyway, what do you guys think about it? Let me know in the comments below. The other people are the other things that I want to mention is like, although Kimi Räikkönen has broken the record of being the most experienced Formula One driver in terms of having raced the most in terms of kilometers. I can't see him carrying on with his Formula One career, because fighting for the back end positions of the grid, I don't see him getting any pleasure out of that. I mean, the thing was that there have been a number of records broken this weekend, wasn't there? There was Hamilton has taken away the number of podiums, the number of podiums for a Formula One driver, previously held by Michael Schumacher with 155 podiums. Lewis has now achieved 156 with his win today, which also was his 88th win, and I've got no doubt that he is going to become the 2020 world champion. Because I can't see Red Bull in particular Max Verstappen to challenge, because I think that Lewis Hamilton is on another level. You know, and there's no way that Red Bull can challenge him for the title if Boas, who's got the same machinery, is basically has basically lost his chance of challenging for the title unless something untoward is still is still happening, which I don't want to I don't want to see. But personally, me, if everything goes according to plan, I still think I think that Lewis Hamilton will win his seventh world title, and he's also gonna you know I think you know I think he deserves it, but you know I think it was a great race, you know, from the racing points, as I said, and I do hope that the whole I do hope that the whole thing about this protest is gonna get sorted. It is gonna get sorted eventually, because you know I really enjoyed today's race, and I think we need races like today's, because it spices up the racing. What I am the last point I am going to make is is Ireland going to last the season till the end of the season at Red Bull? I personally don't think so, because he I mean, although he's had a good race during this race, I think he needs to be a lot more. He needs to be a lot closer to Max Verstappen in order to back him up. At this moment in time, I feel like Max is fighting a battle on his own against the two Mercedes. So I I I'm not too sure whether he's gonna stay till the end of the season. I also want to, before I go, I also want to say that I massively enjoyed the coverage this weekend, with Nico Rosberg being the expert, you know, alongside you know, covering all the program, and you know, as a pundit, I really enjoyed it. And I also want to say that Natalie, you did an amazing job taking the lead, presenting role, presenter role this weekend. Absolutely, really enjoyed it. You know, I don't know what's happened to why Simon Lazenby wasn't there, but I hope he's okay. But you know, I really enjoyed the coverage this weekend, and you know, if I can say one last thing, I really want to get Nico Rosberg on my on my show, on my the unplanned F1 chat show on my for my YouTube channel. So if anybody can help me to make this happen, then let's do it. I would really appreciate that, because his insight that he's provided this weekend is absolutely stunning. I mean, it's I think Shane Bayer mentioned it on Twitter, and I can only echo and echo what he said, and say that I really enjoyed it. His knowledge of these modern Formula One cars, shall I say, is absolutely epic. And I really enjoyed the Spanish Grand Prix. Yeah, so let me know what you guys think. I really enjoyed making this video. I'm gonna it's my birthday on Wednesday. I'm gonna be turning 36. So if if anybody wants to send me any birthday presents, you can find my my contact address on hypermantranslation.com. Yes, that's my translation business. But you can contact me. You can find it. You can find my contact address on there. If any Formula One teams want to send me some merchandise, that would be great as well. My shirt size is 4XL. Same goes with the for the t-shirts. Yeah, so it's 4XL. But don't feel obliged that anybody has to send me anything. But I leave it. I put it in here anyway. So yeah, I hope everybody's well, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have, then please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe would be nice, because that would just help out the algorithm, and also share it with your mates, and and because help me spread the word. Anyway, cheers for now, guys. Bye.